So, Adam, nothing really happened in wrestling this week.
No, we're gonna have to put a show together. We're gonna
It's a letdown. We were
absolute
letdown. Hyped for something big to happen and nothing happened.
No.
Thank God we got Starz.
Thank you. I'm so glad that we at least have another week of being able to review the show and have content for our show again.
I think we're reviewing Heels, not this show called
Sorry, Heels.
Yeah.
On Starz.
Yeah, there we go.
The show on Starz called Heels.
Wait, hold on. Before we get going.
Oh, yeah. Just go ahead and check that for a second.
Yep, nothing happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns.
Wait, Adam.
What?
No music just played. That played.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
The editor is... What's going on with the editor?
I'm not editing it this week, so I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Well, we probably should just move on.
All right. Oh, shit, where was I? I mean, CM Punk returns.
Yeah, that's true. That did happen. By the way, who are you?
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Kevin? Really?
Yeah.
That was Adam.
Kevin's way cooler than Adam.
Yeah, that's very true. Probably better looking, too.
Yeah.
Far more appeasing. But he's no Danny.
Fuck Danny. You know what? Danny's an owl. Fuck the owl. Fuck Danny. You know how it works. Hashtag fuck the owl.
And what is your actual name?
I guess I'll be Adam this week.
I guess I'll be Tim this week.
All right.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. Yes, if the CM Punk chants weren't enough at the beginning.
I mean, you know it's there. You know it's there. You know what happened on Friday. He returned.
That was the actual live audience from Chicago.
Yes. That's the broadcast from AEW. So the music, the Living Colors, Cult of Personality, that was actually louder than what was broadcast from inside the arena. The fans were so loud, you couldn't hear the music inside the arena. You catch any of those fan videos, especially there's one dude who's up near the entrance ramp. He's across from where they jumped in, where Punk jumped into the crowd. His is a great video, and for most of it, he stops talking, and you cannot hear the music at all.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it's still going on, but the crowd is so crazy loud. Yeah,
it's crazy. There were at least two fans who were very disappointed that it was not Okada who came out.
Some dude up in the balcony who also did the recording, his own recording, and posted it. Somebody near him was chanting for Okada.
It sounded like a couple of guys who were saying Okada. I was like,
I mean,
I
have no problem with that. I want the money and the Rainmaker to show up. Yeah. I almost called him the Moneymaker.
He's that too.
Yeah. Okada's money.
He's just making it rain with all that money.
Yes, exactly.
So CM Punk came back. Smartest move to just open the show with him.
Oh, yeah.
Or the fans would have been drowning out every match until we got the answer is he there.
Yes.
And it was later revealed in the press conference afterwards that when someone asked him how hard it was to keep the secret, and Tony Khan and Punk just laughed like, what secret? It's like, it was the worst kept secret there.
The only thing they did was he will show up on Friday night at this time and have this promo, and he will receive this and this. That's the only thing they didn't do. Yeah. Other than that, they were like, no, he's coming.
Basically, they had teases. They had
Darby Allin saying best in the world.
It got leaked out.
Kenny wearing a Chick Magnet t-shirt.
It gets leaked out. That he's possibly signed after Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Possibly coming in. Punk doesn't really respond to questions.
It's the fact that he stopped responding to stuff.
Him pointing out I did want someone to ask him in the press conference. I wish someone did. He's like, so Punk, I guess they decided not to air episode 3 of the season of Heels in Chicago tonight, which allowed you to come tonight.
Yeah.
That's why you decided to sign. Because that was a great little excuse.
He's like, no, I'm going to a live showing of season 3 is episode 3 of Heels,
the one that he's in playing Ricky Rabies,
which is next week.
Yes, it hasn't even aired on TV yet. It was just like,
why would they do that a full week in advance?
Because it's Chicago. He's free. Yeah, it's hilarious. It was a great little funny little excuse, but not actually an excuse.
No, but it allowed him to physically be in Chicago.
Yep. But it was a great little thing. And when they asked about who came up with this, it's like Tony Khan's like, that was his idea. It's like it came down to two things. Punk wanted to do something unique, and then I wanted to sell at the Civic Center. That was my goal, like, and everything. And we sold out on the possibility, a rumor that he may show up.
Exactly.
Nothing else.
It's a rumor. That's all it was.
That he will debut in Chicago in the Civic Center. And that sold out the Civic Center. A far bigger arena than where All Out is going to be in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's just literally
the Now Arena.
A couple of weeks. I think 2.
2 weeks. It'll be a week from this Saturday.
Yep.
So
we are doing our predictions for it.
Yes, we will be doing predictions.
So tune in for that next week.
You gotta remember that. On top of our episode 3 of Season Heels review, we'll be doing predictions.
And we are still doing Heels tonight.
Yes,
don't worry, we will get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Heels.
But much like CM Punk, we needed to talk about CM Punk right away.
Yeah. So the 10 people who are listening to this podcast now. The 3 who listen all the time, don't worry, we'll get to the heel stuff.
Yeah,
we have to get the new audience.
You guys are totally hyped about us getting to heels. Dude, but you're cool, you'll wait for it.
Dude, those 3 hate being called out or talked about on
I know.
And now they just turned off. Great. Now we have the people who are going to hang up.
They'll be back in 20 minutes, though.
They're not going to listen to us after we're done talking about CM Punk.
I don't know.
Anyway, but CM Punk comes back.
Yes.
The motion in that crowd. Okay, I'm getting this out of the way because if I don't get it out of the way and I build to it, I'm going to rant on it. And I don't want to because it's positive.
Take care of it now.
But the people who are picking on the crying dude in the crowd because CM Punk, you need to go fucking to hell and just die.
Crying dude, I understand it. I have cried during shows before.
Yeah, dude.
And not just Disney films either.
No. And the fact that he had no problem crying,
good for him.
Is a great thing.
Let those emotions out.
But the people who were picking on him online, go fuck yourselves.
I hope you have cancer of the pinky toe.
Because
nothing serious, just enough to really tick you off.
Saying there's no you just shouldn't do that, mention him cry or anything like that. Were you not paying attention to Punk?
Yeah,
he was crying.
Edge cried when he returned.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a fucking emotion. So you who were picking on him, fuck you. Yeah. Tommy Dreamer, you're awesome.
You're amazing.
Trying to connect with this guy to get him to Bond for Glory and to reach out to try to get a meet and greet with CM Punk. You're awesome. I expect nothing less from Tommy Dreamer because everything I've ever heard about Tommy Dreamer, he just seems like a really cool guy.
Surprisingly, yes.
We'll put you in your place if you go too far. But he's a nice guy overall. But yeah, okay, I just had to get that out of the way.
Okay.
Because this was a positive thing.
Yes, it is.
Ollie Davis said it best on Dynamite review for CM Punk's interview for Dynamite. Babyface positive Punk is such a delight.
It is. I really thought... now, I did check out Adam Blampier's booking of...
Yes.
CM Punk coming back, and I liked his idea of 1 year. Just 1 year.
I do too, but I'm glad it's not.
Oh, yeah, same here. But I liked the idea of him, booking it's heel Punk immediately.
Yeah.
Much in the same way that heel Punk has been the entire time, and heel Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryanson.
Yeah.
That, where you're like, fuck, you guys are actually right. You're correct. But you're a dick about it.
Yeah.
That's how he should be. When he does turn heel, it's because the fans are just like, will you shut up? And he's like, no, this is... I think AEW really is. Almost all of their major heels are, but this is what you wanted of me. This is audience. This is what the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
They're like, no. You wanted us to be the rock stars here. You kept saying that we did sell out, that we are just booking ourselves to be the best. So that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Kenny Omega, oh, you're just an EVP. You just need, you're a terrible heel. Uh-huh. So I'm going to be a terrible heel. He's playing a bad heel.
Yeah.
Like, not even a good, cowardly heel.
No.
Or a dominant heel. He's playing a bad, cowardly heel who's dominant. And you're like, that shouldn't work.
He's playing a heel from the 80s.
Yes.
That doesn't know how to do anything.
Or early 90s.
Yeah. Mostly from the 80s. But like a bad heel who was told he was a heel, and he's like, I don't know how.
What does that mean?
Okay, this is what I saw someone else do. I'll do that.
Yeah. Like,
Type
it's a
heel.
poor imitation of MJF.
Yeah.
Which MJF is a wonderful, amazing heel.
What MJF did when he started. Go back to when he came out for All In.
Yeah.
We talked about this. A lot of the stuff he was doing was one of those typical, like...
It's just meant to draw cheap heat.
Yeah, it is, like, because that's what new talent, when they're trying to get over as a heel, they go to what they know works.
Yeah.
But he was a master of his art. He's like, I want to be a master heel, and he's a brilliant heel now.
He's the greatest dick on the planet. But I want, when CM Punk finally turns, which will happen, I want him to turn
on MJF. Double turn. No.
No. You don't turn MJF face.
I want to see
anytime soon.
No, I want to see MJF turn face, but here's the thing. I want it to be a mockery of
being a face.
No, not just a mockery of being a face. You could do that, but I want it to be a mockery of how when they turned Miz heel the first time and just stripped him of all character whatsoever.
Yes.
But MJF take that as the method and just kind of but make it his own thing. But like, I'm a babyface now, so I can't do this.
I have to smile.
Like
he always looks directly at the camera and smiles.
And he always says, these people, but in the most monotone voice
These
possible.
people really love me.
Yeah.
I am always here for these people.
Yeah. Anyway, but yes, it was a good little prediction. Not predictions, but fantasy booking.
Yes.
But I'm glad because we don't know how long.
Nope.
We know he's not a part-timer.
That's true.
He is not here for a short period of time. No,
nope.
He's here for a long time, as Tony Khan says. So it's multiple years, and that's awesome.
Yeah. That means that the dude in the last 2 years found his wrestling mojo again.
I don't even. I think he found his mojo a while ago. I think once he realized the UFC and MMA thing wasn't going to work out for him.
Probably.
He had to go through that.
You have to win matches.
You have to win matches, but he's like I'm too old. I don't have enough. I'm too injured from pro wrestling.
It's really what takes the most of it out of a fighter is training.
Yeah, and the thing is, where if you've had experience in MMA, you're working with training being injured before,
right?
But from fighting,
yes.
These are different types of injuries from being a chair cracked over your head, or your back, taking bump after bump for 300 days a year.
Yeah.
It's
on less padding than what you do in the training rooms for most MMA areas.
Yeah. So it's just like one of those things where it's just like, on top of that, it didn't go well when you're training for your first fight. You get injured again.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where when that kind of fell through, he looked for other avenues. He's like, I'm not ready to go. I'm not going back to WWE. He's like, I'm not going back to WWE.
Oh, no, that was clear. That was very clear.
I think once he started seeing the revival in New Japan, maybe that may have caught his interest a little bit.
Maybe. But
he did give credit overall, a big credit to Renee Paquette. If it wasn't for her demanding that he be on her show on Fox Sports, and then seeing what was going on in wrestling, because at that point he said he hadn't really been following things. He started kind of paying attention again. This is what people obviously would ask him, like, on Twitter or something like that.
Oh yeah,
beforehand.
and most of the time he just either ignored the question, or his answer would be so vague
Yeah.
that you're just like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
So he started kind of got attention to things, and he's like, "Yeah, maybe there's something here now." And like, he's obviously never gonna go back to work with Vince. He just,
No.
And that was clear by his promo.
Yeah.
On Friday, but I think because we have also announced that how long the negotiations took for this. Like, it was a quick negotiations.
45 minutes.
Nope.
About 350.
No. Almost 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Because he never stopped talking to Tony Khan.
Oh, so pretty much those original rumors that Punk was like the first person that Khan was like, I want to sign him.
Khan has admitted that's true, but once he got introduced, CM Punk has mentioned, like as he said before, no, it was true. Pretty much since ECW folded, I've always heard once a month, twice, 3 or 4 times a year, I've got money. I got a money guy. We're gonna use all the old ECW guys, and nothing ever. And we're gonna get TV, and nothing ever mounts of it. So hearing a billionaire's kid's son say this, I want to start a promotion. I want you.
Okay.
He's like, okay.
It's gonna be hilarious.
But I'm
not signing anything yet.
But he was constantly talking to me. Did you know Tony? First off, okay, what kind of person is this? Do I want to be in business with? Not a bad move.
Yes.
Is he going to deliver on some of the things he says? And then just seeing that. But he also said, honestly, outside of the curse of the pandemic was actually probably a good thing. Because he's like, I'm not going to date. I think around he kind of hints that around that time that the pandemic hit, he was kind of more open to it. But when the pandemic hit, he's like, I'm not debuting without fans. That's just the entire point of having me.
It's me. Come on.
You need that CM Punk pop. And it was just like, it was there. But they saying that one thing that really did impress him a lot was after Brody Lee passed away.
Yeah.
And nobody knew what happened. Nobody knew he was sick. Because he said, if this was anywhere else, that would have been all over the internet. And I can't imagine his wife having to deal with that, and then dealing with the tragedy on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That people knew. The fact that Brody Lee would find out, possibly while he was at the end of his life, people knew he was sick. And he's like, that really impressed me. People knew here and said jack shit.
Exactly.
So
they kept it in-house.
It was none of that. It was no one else's business.
Nope.
And he's like, that really impressed me. And you could tell Punk really cares about that kind of stuff, because when people try to get into the gossip stuff, hinting at him in Colt Cabana, he's like, I don't want to talk about any of that gossip stuff like on the call. It's like, it's a very positive night. Like, I'm like, hey, I understand people want to know that position.
Yeah, we just want to know if you guys are cool.
But to ask that on the first night out,
a
little too much.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Adam,
yes.
What did you think of the first thing CM Punk that came out of CM Punk's mouth on Friday in his
you mean him telling the Chicago audience that they really know how to make a kid feel like he's Britt Baker in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's awesome.
How dare he put someone else over? This is his time.
Seriously. And the fact that also at the end of his promo, he put Darby over.
Yeah. So he brought that up on the press conference. It was like,
that was awesome.
The first thing I said was, did you hear what he said? I didn't talk about me. I talked about Britt Baker. I didn't plan to say that. I saw the reaction she got from Pittsburgh, and I was like, it popped in my head, so I said it. I put her over.
Yeah.
She's awesome. That's how you do. Like, when you want to give someone, you can put other people over without burying them.
Yes. You don't have to bury somebody to put somebody else over.
Yeah. And then you see that with CM Punk when he talks about, he puts over a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Penta, Jungle Boy.
Yep.
But first, Darby Allin. And he looks at Darby Allin, and he just goes like, "You're great. You're one of the best." This was not from Friday, but he said it last night on his promo when he got interviewed. He said, "If I was a 15-year-old wrestling fan, Darby Allin would be my favorite."
That is totally true. That is totally true.
Yeah. If he was like the same, like the way he was as a teenager, absolutely I could see that. Putting him over, but at the same time going like, you just want to throw it away. But I'm going to help you. Like
I want to make you better.
But the thing is, the way he put it, like, that gets into last night. But like on there, he's like, you like to be dangerous. You're like, there's nothing more dangerous you could do than wrestle CM Punk in Chicago. And except wrestling CM Punk on the 5th of September.
Like, yeah. All out. It's happening.
And then he's just like,
and that's
live.
How you sell pay-per-view.
Live.
Live on pay-per-view.
Selling your fucking pay-per-view.
Holy crap, what oh my, the only way we're going to see CM Punk wrestle for the first time in AEW is at All Out.
Yeah.
We mean that we have to spend money for the pay-per-view to be able to see CM Punk wrestle?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Exactly.
They should be just like, no. We should have 5 matches between now and then on both Rampage and Dynamite that go to non-finishes or screwy finishes, then at All Out.
Adam, you're confusing the late 90s Attitude Era to the early 2000s. No, we have actual finishes.
What?
Roll-ups, maybe a dirty finish here and there, but a roll-up. A lot of roll-ups in those matches.
Fruit roll-ups?
That could be true.
Okay.
But rolling your opponent up.
The most devastating move in all of pro wrestling?
All of WWE and kind of in AEW.
It is a devastating move, bro.
Unfortunately, AEW does it far better. It makes it actually seem like a surprise versus just, oh, this is how the match is supposed to end.
Especially when you have somebody walk over their opponent and then get rolled up.
Yeah.
Oh, that is always terrible to watch. I'm just like,
really?
You went for a spot.
Yeah.
You went to hit a mark, not
to do like
finish a match.
Not to finish a match, or just to make it look like you're showing off. You try to make it look like you're showing off. You didn't. Yeah.
But you weren't.
So the best part about his promo was just talking about how he didn't know what he was gonna say. Moving on to just like how he just wanted to he had to feel it. He had to feel it.
Yeah.
And he talks about, I feel you, Chicago.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, the waterworks almost just go off at that moment for him.
And then he talks about his life choices and if it made anyone feel bad or anything like that.
He apologizes.
He doesn't go out and say sorry, but he's like, if you can understand that, I understand. If you can understand that I was never going to get physically healthy, spiritually, mentally, all that, staying where I was.
Oh yeah, of course.
Saying this, you gotta understand where I'm coming from. If we can do that,
I can't.
Then we're good, and I'm sorry. But if you can't, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
without
pretty
saying
much.
that. Without
pretty
saying
much.
that. But then then he gets into the best way to reveal your T-shirt. By saying, "Can I tell you a story?" He's like, "Can I tell you a story?" Yeah. It's like, okay, hold on. Give me a second. It's hot as hell in here. And he pulls it off. The shirt got a fucking pop.
Shirt got a pop, bro.
And the fact that it says I was there.
Yes.
Only sold at
the arena.
So only people who were there could get that.
Could even buy it.
Except for the people who then went and sold it on eBay.
Whatever.
But
yeah, but you weren't there.
Yeah, but
only they were there.
You know the thing is, I think a majority of those people aren't going to do that.
No. There's going to be some.
There'll be a few, but there's going to be like most are going to be like
Now they just need to do a recreation of that. Just call and just say I wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's the only difference is that just adding an NT.
I wasn't there.
That's it. But everything else is the same.
No. In very small letters. But I wish I was.
Oh yeah, of course.
'Cause I wish I was.
Wasn't there? But I wish it was.
So then after the merchandise side, he just talks about an emotional day when he left. And everyone he's hinting at the day he walked out of WWE.
Yeah, we're like, oh, he's really going to talk about it. Okay.
And then he turns it around of when he left Ring of Honor to go to WWE.
Yeah.
And
it was when he left Pro Wrestling.
That was the day he left Pro Wrestling. Talking about the date was when he left Pro Wrestling. Because he knew where he was going, and it was going to be an uphill fight for everything.
Yes.
And then he said, but he stands up. August 20th, 2021, I'm back.
Just, he's back. Yeah. It's so nice.
It was just, it was a really great promo. And he's like, also especially how he opened, he's like, don't worry, I got time. There's some good news and some bad news. Bad news, like, we don't have.
We're not doing everything tonight.
I'm not going to get everything tonight. But the good news is I have Wednesday, on Friday, 4 Sundays or Saturdays, a year.
A year. And I'm willing to bet he almost said it, but didn't. At least.
At least. But it was just like a really cool moment, and he's just like then he goes into the whole thing with Darby.
Yep.
Putting people over. He wants to wrestle. He's here for young talent.
Yep.
To really help them, and that's really awesome. Also, a few things in the back. Things he's got to solve in the back.
Yeah.
Jericho.
And
then he literally kind of hinted at.
Also, Colt. Sorry, but
possibly.
At some point, that's going to have to come out. That's going to have to be something.
I don't think you do. I'd love to, but you don't have to.
No, the better part is it becomes the B story in the CM Punk versus Page story.
It could be.
Where Colt's like, hey, Punk. And he's like, hey, Colt. And that's kind of it. Like, they're not. And like, Page is trying to separate himself from the Dark Order at this during this as well. And he's just like, Colt's just like, all right. It's kind of weird that my two friends are going to fight each other. Both of them are just like, we're not really friends. Oh, okay. Yeah. And just kind of walks away like,
But yeah, it's one of those things where, you got me lost. Oh, by the way, he's really looking forward to working with Jon Moxley. He's never worked with Jon Moxley before.
That's true. Okay. I mean,
I do believe he worked with a lookalike, but that guy went by Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, nope, not the same. That's so weird. People keep saying that they look alike, and I don't always see it.
Yeah.
Dean has longer hair.
Yeah,
and he's thinner.
Yeah,
he's thinner.
But yeah,
always clean shaven too.
He pointed that out at the press conference. He's like, never worked with him before. I'm just like, oh, Punk. You're like,
it should have been better. Never wrestled with him before.
Yeah, that's what he said. He never worked. It wasn't wrestled with him. Never worked with him before.
Okay, worked with, but it would have been better to say wrestled with.
No, worked because it's like it just overall like they never met or done anything at all together in any form. That's what he's hinting at. So wrestles included in there.
Except for the fact that they have.
I know, but that was at Dean Ambrose. Remember, that was a dream. Remember Malachi?
Oh, yeah.
It's a dream. It's unreal.
Malachi Black, it's not real.
I'd love to see him and Malachi Black go at it.
Speaking of Malachi Black, I do have a little bit of information regarding Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, Impact.
Teased for Impact.
Yep.
So, sweet. Also, Adam Shear.
I do like
Shear.
I do like
how do we pronounce his last name?
I don't know.
Adam. Big country.
I do like the idea that Buddy going to Impact.
Yeah.
First, especially if you tie that in with Malachi, because he could do some stuff over there, establish his character, and then you could eventually you can build them.
One also thing, Impact really does. It would allow Buddy to show off a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
The X Division is.
Oh yeah.
They are.
Especially how big he's gotten.
Yes, but like. Physically, he's not
tall, but he's muscular. Like
he's that dude. That dude is. It's like John Silver.
Yeah, he figured out he came up with an idea what he wanted to do, and he said, "Okay, I gotta put mass on," and he put that fucking mass on. But anyway, let's get back to Punk because how dare you take away the spotlight from Punk?
Sorry,
no one takes the spotlight away from Punk
except for Punk,
unless you're Vince McMahon. It's gonna be an interesting go around. But the best thing that happened overall was as everything's wrapping up, he comes back on. He's like, by the way, I get 7 years is a long time to wait for something. I get it.
Well, of course.
So, when you're on your way out of the Civic Center, pick up an ice cream on me.
They did the ice cream?
They did the ice cream.
I know. I'm so glad that. And Punk, when he says on me, it literally, out of pocket.
Yep.
It wasn't like, oh, hey, this is, it'll come out of your contract. No. He used his own debit credit card to pay for his own CM Punk ice creams.
He went into elaboration on that in the press conference. And what he said was like, they asked who was that idea was that and all that, and Tony Khan, as most of that stuff, when it was Punk's time, because eventually it's a Tony Khan time that Punk sticks around for, but it's like he doesn't even say anything. He just points to CM Punk.
It's like it was his.
And
this is all his idea.
Every time they thank each other, someone thanks them for that kind of a moment, they're both going like this to each other.
Oh, no, it's him giving you the moment.
It's almost...
No. Punk, it's because of you.
It's literally a bromance.
Yeah.
That's not a bromance.
This is what Punk should have had years ago, in 2005.
No. Everything he did up to the point he did fit him well.
Okay.
He should have been elevated far more. But we eventually we have a positive Punk.
Yeah.
Like we started to see during the summer of Punk, like when he came back after he re-signed, after Money in the Bank and everything.
Came back too early though.
That's what I saw of the change when they had Daniel Bryan, him, Zack Ryder, people who the fans wanted to see.
Yes.
And then they went and ruined everything.
Of course.
But yeah, he paid up. He talked about he's done stuff like this for years for signings. Comic-Con, stuff like that. He brings pizza, coffee, out of his own pocket. So when he thought about this like 2 years ago. He's like, if he did a big thing, he's like, he went to a famous place in Chicago.
Yep.
Everyone there, like, he
tried to go to the original place that did it for the WWF back in the day, and they were like, "We don't do that stuff anymore."
No. He went to this place. It's famous in Chicago. It's a small little ice cream thing. He went there because he wanted it for ice cream from Chicago.
Oh no. That yes, but like when he originally had the idea that he was exploring getting his own ice cream made.
No, he wasn't making his own ice cream. He just said, "I want to bring ice cream to people," and obviously do the little promo packaging thing.
Yeah, no, because they're based upon the old WWE ice cream
not the
bars.
stuff that he did. It's just ice cream. There's an ice cream bar from this ice cream place.
Yeah.
Nothing based on wrestling. But yes, I know you're talking about the ice cream bars. Like he said, "Where's my ice cream stand?"
Yes.
And the pipe bomb. Yes, I know what you're talking about. That's not what he was. This was it.
But he had reached out to the original company that did those, and they're now. This was just after he walked out.
This was years ago. But I'm not talking about that now.
Oh no! This event here, he was just like, this is what I want to do.
He wanted to do, and he came up with 2 years. Can you help me do this? Like, and this is a small, famous but small place to do.
15,000.
Yeah, like, so it was just like they talked about it, like, I'll let you know when I want to do this, and I said sure, and he got it, and he paid for it out of his pocket.
I can't believe it.
Which is great for him. Like, I think it's a great thing to do. I think more people need to do that.
Yep.
But yeah, so glad CM Punk is back.
I know.
If you haven't checked out his promo from Dynamite last night, go check that out.
Yes.
It's awesome. It's another good promo. It's a little bit more wrestling programmy one.
Than him just going off on his own?
No, he goes off on his own a little bit.
Okay.
But Tony Schiavone is interviewing.
Oh, so it's an interview style.
Yes, because here's the thing, by the way.
Tony's still amazing at it?
Well, Tony's always amazing at everything.
Okay.
But he asks the question, and he's just like, yeah, I can't hear Tony. I can't hear the question. Can you, like I said, keep it, like, I know, like, yeah, I want to hear this guy. Because they booed him. I was like, but I gotta hear the question.
I actually have to hear this question.
I gotta hear the question. That was a great little thing.
Lean way in. Tony, just whisper it in my ear. Just whisper it.
But I gotta answer the questions. I gotta hear the questions. I can answer it. Other than that, it's like a promo. But this was originally a pitch for what they were gonna do on Friday.
Oh, cool.
But CM Punk is just like, I don't want to do. I just want to go out to the ring myself. And he's like, Tony was part of the conversation on Friday. He's like, I want you to interview me. He was like, I want you to, but let's do that on Wednesday. Let's have that moment with people seeing me back, because like, you even see how much it meant to him to be interviewed by Tony Schiavone, because he gives him a hug afterwards. After he's like, going to walk around the ring and everything, and he goes up to him, like, he's giving him a hug, kind of like the Britt Baker hug after he won she won. Like, yeah, there was like there, and Tony was just like one of the best guys. Yeah, like he just had like, and it is, you can definitely tell there's a different type of Punk.
Oh, he's happy.
He's happy. He's like he's just like
he's a positive Punk.
He's really has changed, and it'll be for the better. This doesn't mean he can't. He's not still not gonna be a dick. His opinion is a different opinion.
But that's still Punk.
That's still him.
Phil is a dick.
He can be a dick. I don't think he's as much of a dick as he used to be.
No. I mean, he used to There were times where through Twitter where I could clearly tell that he was purposely just like he wouldn't address what somebody had asked of him.
Yep.
He would address how they asked.
Yep.
And he'd be like, no, I'm not even answering your question because you went about it in such a way. And I'm going to be a dick to you about doing that. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes he would go on a bit of a roll with that. And you'd be like, okay, thanks. You're doing great, Punk. Can't wait to maybe see you get in the ring again one day. And he'd be like, I'm never fucking doing that shit. Why do you keep fucking asking me that stuff? Then, it was just like, oh.
He's just like.
You are still angry about. That was 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
You are still angry about that.
I don't think he was angry at that point. I don't think I think he was just on a bad day, or he gets that.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, I'm not doing that. Which is why when the last time we were teased for something in Chicago, a big debut, it's like, it's not me, guys. Back over for Christian Cage. It's not me.
It's not me.
So, but yes. But Punk is back.
Yes.
We've mentioned how, like, when we talked about how we're changing the format soon to a wrestling show that we're going to be booking for ourselves, because we don't really watch wrestling anymore, because we can't. It's hard to do it.
I wish I had the time.
Yeah, but like seeing Punk back really makes me want to kind of at least try to get watching Dynamite on a regular basis.
Yeah, same here.
Fuck, it's kind of hard to do it when you don't have TNT.
Yeah, same here.
But it makes me want to actually watch wrestling again, especially with the potential of Daniel Bryan coming in. Maybe Bray Wyatt will show up. Even if it's an Impact, which apparently Impact really is trying to get him.
I would like him over there.
Once I saw how much I saw that news that they really want him, I'm like, no, that's a good spot for him.
Him, Eric Redbeard, and Adam Shear.
Yeah.
Basically the Wyatt family over there, but call them something completely different.
Adam Shear. Who was? Oh, yeah.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. I keep forgetting that's his real name. I've only heard
He's an Adam.
I've only heard it like a few times. Makes you wish you picked him in the predictions a little bit more often then?
Look, dude. Maybe when he gets signed with Impact, I'll be able to predict him a little bit better.
But yeah, I think I'd love to see Bray Wyatt there.
Yes.
Because he'll get all what he wants out of AEW. And I'm not saying he could never go there. I think Impact would be a good starting space for him. Let's actually see him unhindered vision for what he wants to do next.
Yes.
Because he's going to get that kind of creativity. Yes, you'd probably still get that same in AEW. You'd have to run it through
No, but Khan. See, what I would love to see is that at some point we get Broken Matt Hardy shows back up, just randomly, just a little bit for a moment, and he brings Bray over. But it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the Bray that was on Impact. And clearly not Bray Wyatt, the Fiend that was in WWE. But we get another version, and he's like, my fellow eater of worlds, how are you? It's just like they recognize each other, and they're like, but you're not the same.
One thing I'd love to see get tied in, Bray Wyatt.
That way you still get like some crossovers.
No. This is what I tie in. Buddy Murphy.
Yep.
Malachi Black tied in because they're hinting at that big time.
Yeah.
But an Impact, and then you get Bray Wyatt tie-in between these three.
I like it.
Can you imagine eventually them coming together as an actual stable?
Ooh.
The creativity you have from Malachi and Bray. We don't know the creativity we can get from Buddy Murphy because we haven't got to see it. We know he can go.
Yes.
We know he's amazing in the ring. And he has acting chops because he does some great stuff with work with Seth. But yeah, that's I think he can. I think we'll see a more creative side of him. When he shows up. But yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. You have our talk about Rampage and CM Punk. Honestly, there's nothing really else to talk about.
Heels.
About Rampage.
Heels.
Because when you look at the rest of the show, well, it was a good show.
Heels. Let's get on the heels.
They designed that show. They designed Rampage.
That's all it was. It was a promo with a couple of matches.
A couple of matches that were good, but it was never meant to be like a great, like the best thing. The people were there to see CM Punk, see some good wrestling matches.
Yeah, that's
there,
whatever.
but they were there for CM Punk, and
exactly.
They knew that. All right, so Adam.
Yes.
I think we're done. Wrap up the show.
Heels. Heels.
What?
Heels.
Why are you saying heels? It's like you're. No one's ever gonna say that.
Heel. I'm a faith healer now. Heel. You get a heel. You get a heel. Everybody gets heels today. Woo! All right.
We need to make a character for our promotion who's a faith healer.
Oh my God, yes.
Heels.
And
When
just
they say heel, it's heels. Heels. I think he meant heel.
No, he keeps turning everyone heel.
Yeah. When he touches, he's just like,
you're a heel. You're a heel.
He heals them, but then they turn heel.
Oh, and his instead of touching the forehead, it's literally a chop across the chest. Smack! Oh!
No. It's a swat in the ass.
Oh God! Stand up, good game smack.
It's just the good game smack. Heel.
And you're like, how'd you get behind me? Anyway.
Yes. All right, so let's talk the second episodes of Starz's wrestling drama Heels.
All right, so this episode is purely the fallout from the first episode.
And was absolutely boring. They
Are you
ruined
stupid? No.
It was for one that has no wrestling in it.
Yeah.
Which I was expecting that we're gonna have episodes not with wrestling in them. You can't have wrestling in every show. It's not.
No.
It's not a show. It's not DWL show. It's about the thing that he runs. That you're gonna get more of the backside, the drama from there.
Right.
Yes, I do hope we have a lot of wrestling in this show.
Oh, certainly.
But this felt like a good step.
But it also really works because this is, you needed the fallout from the previous episode.
Yes.
You needed to see this. Ace.
Okay.
Oh, that boy.
So first off,
Seriously, that boy.
yes, but let's start off how
Okay.
the episode opens. I didn't waste any time for the
Jack.
fucking.
Oh, no.
The
No,
fucking.
not
The fucking.
No.
But which is weird because they were kind of in a weird place between him and Crystal. Like, you're not gonna take me with you if you
He's
leave.
like, nah.
He doesn't really answer her. And it's just like, and yet here they are. They're going at it.
I don't get her. I honestly don't. Like, I understand that she's trying to literally attach herself to whomever it can, give her a future.
That is a future in wrestling in a sense.
I get that.
She wants to wrestle. You see that in this one.
You see it in the first episode. She wants to do it.
But you also see it, and you can see she gives a damn good Hurricanrana by the end of it. We'll get to there.
It comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Hurricanrana out of nowhere. My God.
How do you do a Hurricanrana?
We'll get there.
You know what? Okay.
Anyway, but
we don't really have a lot of time, but go ahead.
But yes, it was a good thing. It was it's a great way to kind of show the character. Hey, she's really playing one of those people those people who she does care about him,
Oh yeah,
but at the same time, she is kind of like, is he
Look-
going to be the one that gives me this future?
yeah. I like him. I want to be with him, but is he going to walk away from me?
Yeah. And also, we kind of get her insight to him, what she really thinks of him by the end.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
I want to get to it quickly because
Crystal like becomes a major player.
yeah,
Like,
she does a really good job.
her
here.
character starts getting like really fleshed out in this episode.
Yeah, and she was pretty fleshed out in the first episode.
Exactly.
For
But
her
this
role.
just gives us even
Yeah.
more.
But yeah, it's one of the things you learn. You see that they're fucking and everything like that. They're just hanging out. He's clearly trying to get a hold of what's his name,
Bill.
Wild Bill.
Yeah, Wild Bill.
About when to start and everything. Last like 14 messages.
It's not. This is literally the next day.
It's like it's a little confusing. This episode's a little confusing because of how we get a little bit of seeing Jack a little sore. He has a cane mark across his back.
Which I don't remember where that came from.
We find out by the end of the episode.
No, that's the second time he gets hit.
Oh.
This is all in straight continuity.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a flashback.
No.
I took it as a flashback.
I
No,
thought so too.
You're all right. I think you're right.
How the hell did he get a crack across his back unless his brother did something backstage?
Yeah.
Oh, the 2x4.
Yes, the 2x4.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. From
He took
the
a 2x4 shot.
whole week after this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
It has.
That's fine.
Yeah, this is literally the next morning.
And then he has
where the episode starts.
Yes. So okay, I thought I was confused because of what happens later on in the episode.
Yeah.
It was a flashback. It's not.
No.
Wow. Okay, it makes it a little bit better. Anyway, he's dealing with that. We find out that Jack has a job as well.
A day job.
A day job.
Yeah.
And he hates his boss.
Oh, clearly.
He wants a chair. He's like, when you show up on time, I'll give you an actual chair because all the chairs are his.
They're all my chairs because I own this business.
Yeah. And then,
I hate bosses that are like
then
that.
he sets him up for
I'd
like.
be like, well, then you can run everything because I'm going to leave.
He gets him set up for like trying to sell a riding tractor. When the guy wants to push one, he leaves.
Yeah.
And the boss blames it on him, saying, "I see you for this one." Like, get drunk. The wife is bitching, all that. And he's like, "Not all wives are bitching, and not all kids are annoying."
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I was pitching him with getting drunk and driving around and working out. Like,
Why didn't you tell me that?
like
You said Family Man,
Yeah.
so I sold it Family Man.
Yeah. I was talking Family Man with, and yeah, it's just he
Like,
hates his boss.
Then clearly his boss doesn't like his own home.
Yeah.
Or no,
So-
he's 26.
Yeah.
He's not even married
Yeah.
yet. He has no idea.
But he thinks he knows what
Oh, yeah.
married life is like.
He has no
Um,
clue.
So he's me.
Yeah, you poor soul.
But we then find out we get the big reveal from Ace. And this is what was the words you said. That douchebag.
Yeah.
We find out he's living with his mom.
Yeah.
So when he's fucking Crystal,
His mom is in the kitchen listening to all of it.
they were actually playing video games at the
Yeah,
time.
you hear them playing video games.
But,
so
like,
clearly,
When they were fucking earlier,
Mom heard all of it.
that.
Then Mom says she heard all of
And
it.
then it's like when it comes out for dinner, like, she's only made enough for two. She clearly doesn't like Crystal.
Yeah, it's like, wow, way to blame Crystal for literally things your son is doing.
Yeah, trying to find out how he's doing. And you find out you've been here all day in my home,
Yeah.
fucking everything I can hear,
I
and you
can
didn't
go.
bother asking how he's doing. Basically saying I didn't think you wanted to talk about it. Like saying it was your job to find out so I could find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Without telling her that.
Now I'm mad at you for not finding out.
And
Why don't you talk to your son?
everything you see from the mom, you can just see she can't come to see that it's her baby boy's fault.
Yeah.
Her older son she'll blame.
Oh, yeah.
She'll blame his girlfriend. It's not good enough for him. But her baby boy, she cannot blame for his choices.
No, that's her baby boy.
Yep.
That's her baby boy.
We start to get to see more of the family dynamic from Jack and his wife.
Yep.
Learning the squirrels up in the
There's squirrels in the attic.
and trying to figure out how they're going to take care of them. Kind of hinting at more money.
Yep.
Also trying to get him to possibly take a vacation after what happened.
And talk about what he did in the ring to his brother.
Yep. these things, and just like the grass hasn't been mowed for a while. Like he hasn't spent time with his son.
Yep.
I swear to God, he said he had a second son that wasn't there.
I
at
don't
church.
think so.
But I could be wrong. I swear, like I thought he was gonna meet us here. He's like, they were looking around for another son or something like he was supposed to be there. So I don't know.
No, that was Ace.
I think
Your other son. They were talking to Mom.
Oh, I was talking that they were talking to him.
No.
Him. I swear to God, that's how
Wow.
it came off to me.
Wow, bro.
It makes more
That's-
sense that way, but I swear to God, there's supposed to be a second son
When
somewhere.
you told me that way earlier, I was like, what? And then when you brought up that it was, the church scene, I'm like, no, they were talking to Mom about where her other son was. And that's when they cut to Ace pissing on the tree.
Yeah, that's true. That makes so much more sense now. Well, I don't know why I took it that way. I swear to God, I took it that they had a second son.
Oh,
Jack had a second son, and he wasn't there.
No.
And we had to turn off this one. This is going to make a great reveal that they introduce his second son randomly.
it's Ricky Rabies.
Yes.
That's his other son.
Oh,
God.
who's older than him.
Yes, exactly.
But
That's how it works.
So we're getting these different. We're getting different sides. The fallout from even with his family.
Yeah.
For Jack, for Ace trying to figure out the development.
The thing is, though, Jack isn't explaining why he did it.
No, he's not. And then we start to see some issues with the wife.
Yep.
And we get the couch scene. Ironically, and I love this part.
She goes to the couch.
She goes to the couch. She doesn't send him to the couch.
He doesn't get kicked out.
No, she decides to go sleep on the couch. Because one of my biggest pet peeves, I've had this conversation, like,
Why is
people,
it always the guy that goes to the couch?
why does someone get it's always the guy who gets kicked out of the bedroom, but also why the fuck is someone getting kicked out of the bedroom? It's their bedroom too.
If you're gonna end the fight and kick them out,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd just be like, this is my bed too.
Yeah.
I sleep here as well. I'm like, if you don't want to sleep next to me, you can go sleep on the couch.
The best
I'm gonna
answer,
sleep here now.
The best answer I ever had to this, I was joking with a guy back in my Bible college days.
Yeah.
Who was getting married. And I was just joking with him. So, like when you get in trouble, she kicks you to the couch. He's like, "That's not gonna happen in my household. Like, if she doesn't want to sleep next to me because we're in an argument or something like that, she can go sleep on the couch. But we're not."
At the same time,
it's both of our bedroom. I'm like,
if I don't want to sleep
that's
next
the
to her,
best. Yeah,
I'm not kicking her out.
No,
I'm going to go
will-
sleep on the couch.
No, exactly.
I'll cool myself off.
You are the person who doesn't want the other be next to the other person. They're the one who goes.
Yes.
And then you have the old adage advice: never go to sleep angry.
That too.
That's
Try desperately to make
At least resolve it for the night.
Yeah, be like, hey, look,
So you're not stewing, and then you can have that bigger conversation later.
what are you actually angry about?
Yeah.
That's where the real
But
conversation
it was
needs
a
to
great
be.
little element here, especially because she was mad.
She was mad at him.
And
I don't blame her.
and she
He's
asked-
not willing to talk about anything. A guy who, obviously, she hints at won her over with the fact that the dude just talked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
And he's not talking.
And now he's not talking. And she's like, do you see that this is something that's wrong?
Yeah. And he asks the question, and he's like,
No talking.
No.
Questions are not force me to
No,
talk.
he said something. He asked her something. You see something about that? He's like, my point. And then walked off.
Yeah.
So she's mad. Eventually, he gets a phone call that Ace is missing because eventually Ace got in contact with Wild Bill.
Yes, finally.
And
After leaving 47,000 messages.
14.
14.
To
Surprisingly, I would have gone with way more with text. Be like, yo, Bill, Anna.
You had to work that in there, didn't you?
I had to.
That's been missing from BT.
I want it back.
Anyway,
Yes.
So it's been one of those things where he finds out that it didn't look well. What happened?
He's crying
He's
in the ring.
crying in the yeah. Just something what WWE would probably say. He cried in the ring. He's not manly.
Like, dude, literally, my brother was trying to rip my arm off.
Yeah. So
Like,
and I didn't really catch this when we watched the pilot episode.
Yeah.
But when you did the beginning part was what had last time on Heels, and they talk about you're gonna injure him. I was like, I know you got to stop this. And he's like, Jack, stop it. He
called for the stop.
He called for the stop. And like, yeah, I got that, but to me, I was looking at it I was like, the ref made that decision. No, it was an actual give up.
The ref heard that and immediately went right to it.
He used it as the excuse.
Yep.
So, which was a nice little thing.
Yeah, Ace decided to get into a bottle of whiskey.
Yep, he pulled out a whiskey. Apparently, he doesn't drink. According to Crystal,
he only drinks some beers.
No, that was Jack. He's like, I don't know. Jack was saying a couple of beers. Like, the biggest thing he doesn't drink, except for what was the wine?
Oh no, it's like a couple of beers or Arbor Mist, and I'm like, really, Arbor Mist?
He's like, yeah, clearly you don't think you know him. And he got about Jack. He's drunk. He's wandering around.
Yep. Ends up at a bar.
Jack and Crystal are looking for him because he goes over there to find out. Checks the sock drawer, sees the whiskey's missing, knows where he's.
He's like, I know my brother's just going wandering.
And she gets in the car. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
"Do you want?
You expect me to stay here, with her?" Good point.
All right, good point.
Good point.
Just backs right out.
And I mean, they have a few moments just kind of discussing some stuff. Eventually, they find out where Jack is because one of the wrestlers is working at a bar, and Ace is drunk.
Ace is wasted,
and he gets do some karaoke. A guy's
he gets heckled, and he gives it right back.
Starts to singing, and people are just like, "Oh, I'm there." He's like, then he just goes off on the people. Fuck Duffy.
And I was just like, there's actually a moment where you can see, because Jack is there for this, where Jack goes, I can use this.
I might be able to use this.
He is going to be the greatest heel I've ever created.
Yet. No, he gets a little bit of it there because it's later. But this guy goes at him, and then Jack runs over to his brother and he's like, pussy wrestling is all fake anyway. And he's like, oh, what? Decks him, rock bottoms the shit out of this guy on the karaoke stage.
Oh.
Walks around, gets the pool stick to the back.
Ow.
And it looks like almost exactly where he took the 2x4.
Yeah.
Starts fighting and beating people up.
Lots of grappling from Jack.
They get taken out and everything. The wrestler's like, you can't do that in here because
this is my job.
Your things are broke. We'll cover everything. It's like, yeah, it's just like pussy's just like your father, and they're like this, like
okay.
They look at the guy like, you do what you want here. There's nothing you can hear to break, and they're like, they walk up like the guy, and then Christopher from out of nowhere with a Hurricanrana that was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was honestly because the camera is in between Ace and Jack.
Yep.
And due to that, she is off camera.
Yep, and she just
runs. It's right behind her. The guy who'd been heckling Ace earlier is dead center.
Yep.
And she just comes from a stage left.
Yep.
And just whoop up, hits a Hurricanrana on a dude who
is huge.
First of all,
compared to her,
if you've ever tried to do any wrestling moves with your friends who don't know how to sell a wrestling move. Hurricanranas are near impossible to pull off.
Yeah, because they don't go with it.
No, you have to jump with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't go anywhere, and you're dangling by their neck.
Unless you catch them with enough momentum,
power
in the legs, and catch them off guard.
Which she did.
That's how she sells.
He was starting to move forward as well.
And she caught him off guard with the momentum, her leg strength, and he's off balance.
And Jack is just like, oh my God, where did that come from?
And he's like, we're ready to, should we go? Yeah. And they just walk away.
Yep.
And then we get one of the best lines at the end of the episode, near the end of the episode, when they have another moment outside the truck after they take Ace home, and she just says this words like, I've always thought it, and after seeing what he did at the character league, I always thought he would be a badass heel.
Yeah.
And when Jack's eyes go, wait a second,
I could do that.
Because he was there for when he was slamming Duffy.
Yep.
And I'm good at doing it.
If you let Ace, you're like, Ace, here's every video of everyone making fun of you for crying in that ring. Remember everyone throwing stuff at you. Here's the mic.
Yeah.
Let them have it. You're a heel now.
So,
You're a bad guy, and they are the ones. In reality, you know what? No, I wouldn't tell him he's a bad guy. You're the good guy here. You know what? You are the good guy. You were trying to do the job that you were asked to do. You were trying to represent them, and they turned on you.
Yeah. So the idea, like, this is
sell it that way. That would be
little
better.
idea. Because the whole thing that they were building towards was because they were trying to Big Jim was his son or daughter, or don't even know who.
Big Jim's got a kid.
His wife was going into labor, and they wanted to try to get a hold of him. That was what led to all this and everything. So later we get to see them at the hospital, and they kind of make up. He says, "I don't want everyone to be bullied again." Okay, it won't happen.
Nope. You thought for a very quick second, I don't want to be beat again.
Yeah, I swear to God, he said he got
no.
beaten.
That's bullied.
Well,
we also find out that Ace has only been doing this for about a year.
Because it was part of the conversation with
Crystal.
So,
is that
like,
Dad died about a year and a half ago,
and he bullied him. Never wanted to do wrestling. He kind of bullied him into it.
Yep.
And like, so he got hot in the
hometown,
super fast in his hometown, enough to drag attention from the north.
Yep.
Kind of a natural in some sense.
I mean, he probably has it.
Still needs that experience that Jack has.
Right.
That's why his finish sucked in the pilot episode.
Yes.
But he still has that momentum. He just needs the right direction. But one of the funny little things was when Jack comes back from finding his brother, his wife is there waiting for him, and they talk. And boy, did she get over being mad at him fast.
I mean, sometimes a missing family member really changes the dynamic of how things work for a second.
Yeah. I mean, really quick on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's squirrels in the attic.
Yeah.
If anyone hears anything, it's the squirrels in the attic.
Like,
must have been the squirrels in the attic last night, bud.
Then hears it's like, it must be the squirrels in the attic.
Yeah.
And then we had a great spot from her, because one of the things he talked about going on a vacation, taking some time off, vacation,
exactly,
and all that stuff that she wanted to get. So one of the she kind of we see is their son's out playing soccer in really high grass on their property, and she's just like, wait a second.
This is the next day. Jackson went off to work in the morning.
Trying to get some makeup because his boss wanted to put some makeup on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he goes to work.
Let's talk about the worst thing before we talk about this part, because it was great.
Yeah.
He's like, he's in there, he's about to put some makeup on to cover up his bruises.
He's just like, no.
He's like, fuck this. He goes
both of his eyes are slightly bruised up at this point.
He walks in there, and as he's walking through, everyone who works there just looks at him and was like, oh. Fuck. And he goes,
especially since he is marching in.
Yeah, and he's late.
Oh, yeah.
Not just like an hour and a half, 2 hours late.
It's like 2 hours late. Who gets away with that anyway?
He comes in, and his boss is like, I guess like 2 hours is supposed to be, and he goes in and he
just goes, sets his stuff down, goes right into the bathroom.
You hear him banging around and something. He's like that. He comes out with a chair, a steel chair in his hand. And he's just
he's holding it like he could hit the swing.
He's just like this, like, and he turns, he folds it out, puts it down, pulls his laptop up, and starts writing.
Boss just leaves.
The boss kind of runs out of the room.
Like, I'm not messing with Jack today.
It's like basically saying, you wanted to sell something? You go do it. I'm going to be right here.
I'll be right here. So I'm willing to bet Jack is probably a manager.
Yeah, because he's in the back area.
Yeah. And he's like, you keep putting me out on the floor like I'm supposed to be the... He's like, that was my desk.
Yeah.
I had that desk. You moved me over here, and that's my chair too.
Yeah.
Jack's going to be taking it all back.
So, but yeah, while he's at work, his wife is working on a song, and she just stops, looks at something.
Squirrel's running around up in the attic again.
Goes to look at him. All of a sudden you hear a pop, pop, pop.
I thought for a second I heard a Wilhelm scream. For a very quick second, I was just like, wait, did I hear that? Or did I just expect it?
And then you see her lower. It's a BB gun.
Yeah.
And then she puts the squirrels in there. She's looking at the grass. And because one of the things that they're trying to sell
lawnmowers.
And it talked about what it's like to be with your son and everything. She pulls off the cover, cracks a beer, puts it in the cup holder. There was a big idea about a lawnmower having a cup holder so you can have your beer.
Yep.
And then starts to mow the yard while drinking a beer. and her son's running around like, "Yeah, mom!"
And that's how we end the
And that's-
episode.
uh,
And the B story is the Florida League wants to buy
yes.
the Duffy Arena or a chapel.
It's a very dome.
Dome.
It's a very small B story. Like you get like 5 scenes.
Clearly, it's going to be something bigger by the
Yeah.
end of the season.
It is because one of the things you get a big scene with the manager of meeting with him. That's what he talks about. He's here, all this stuff, and we were right for one of our predictions. He's late to the game.
Yep.
Has a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
And and she points it out to him like, you think these people are just dumb as shit? So all they want to see is violence. Like the people who come here, and she has like one of the best points. Period. It's like, this is why people come in. They go on great stories. They can see themselves, the characters. They care about them. They believe in them. This is why, even though we have a fifth of your budget, we're still DLW is still competition for you.
Yeah.
And he didn't like that.
Yeah, I'm just like, ooh, that's a good move.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a great thing.
Wonderful episode.
Got more character development on the wife that we were hoping for.
Yep.
We got a hell of a lot deeper into Crystal.
Yes, we did. So did Ace.
Yeah. So.
We'll let that one hang out for a second.
Hey, Jack got deep into his wife too.
Exactly. Good on him. Grandma's the only one not getting anything right now.
She might need a little bit some too.
Wild Bill's coming back around.
But yeah.
Ricky Rabies.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh God. Please, no.
Oh God. Yeah. No.
No.
But out of the location sex scenes we have it, I don't know. As much as the locker room scene was kind of unique, I don't know. The kitchen, the kitchen countertop.
Kitchen countertop.
That's just I don't know. I think I just kind of like.
That's that is a married couple thing.
Yeah. That can be a living couple thing.
Exactly.
It's just one of those
It
things.
just happens.
It's in a public area, so the risk.
Yeah, but it's in your home.
Oh, I know, but like if you have kids or
Yeah,
something
no.
like that.
It's a wonderful. It's risque.
It's risque. Maybe if you have
Quote,
guests,
unquote,
even if
risky.
you have, especially if you have guests who are staying. And you
Oh, that's risky.
There you go.
There you go. Risky
yeah.
bisky.
So I don't know, because the other one was just wild sex in the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
It was wild sex in the bed, but still, it was in
With
the bed.
grandma listening in the other room.
With mom listening in the living room.
Oh.
But it was overall a really good character.
Yeah.
A good stepping stone.
I really do like the fact that they are portraying Jack as the family man, the one who actually should be the face.
Yeah.
And
he's just really good as a heel as
but
well.
he's really good as a heel, as a bad guy in the ring. And Ace in his normal life
is a fucking
total. He's a train wreck.
Yeah.
Like his brother goes, look, you were a star quarterback that couldn't play in college and can't hold a job at Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
I sell lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Okay? We need wrestling.
Yeah.
Like that pep talk right there was great. I was just like, no, I get that. That's why I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I print t-shirts.
I work at Walmart.
But we're YouTube stars. Hey, you got to keep the fantasy alive.
Sure.
You have your own channel.
Yeah, my channel does better than yours.
Shut up. It doesn't matter.
By 78.
I just want to get over 100. I want to stay over 100. I've been holding at 100 for too long.
Yeah. But it was a great episode.
Yes.
Next week we'll get back to the wrestling. We're gonna get Ricky Rabies, who's gonna be brought in to sell tickets.
Yes.
Big draw.
He's got a draw. He's a draw.
And we're gonna be building to. They have released all the episodes' names.
Okay.
For the season. This could.
I didn't look at it.
I have.
Okay.
And I don't care if it's a big spoiler, if it's gonna be a spoiler or not. When we get there, we'll get there. It's teasing this way, but you want to know?
Yeah.
It's the final episode. The 8th episode is the double turn. That's what it's called.
Oh, so yeah. No offense. We're probably going to have Ace turn heel.
Yeah.
And Jack turn face
Potentially.
in their match for the championship, with changing the championship.
But we don't know because here's the thing, though. They could also be, applied
with
to
a
life.
sharpshooter in the ring.
And
Jack refuses to give up and ended up passing out.
No. The manager lady of the dome comes in and calls for the bell to ring the bell to screw over Jack.
And it's a screw job too. After he passes out though.
But no, it's like it'll be interesting because we're getting a lot of drama. We could be getting like double turn can clearly mean something in personal life too.
It could also mean the Florida dude buying out the dome or anything, or, and this is the good one, the Florida dude buys the dome, but the double turn is Jack buys the organization. Like he buys Florida Wrestling Division,
whatever it's called.
I
highly likely doubt
that would be hilarious.
It would be because the reason why he's potentially able to do this, he's making an offer, is because Jack's back on payments and stuff like that. But it'll be interesting to see what goes on there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because the next week's episode, one of the things is Ace has to deal with the idea that his career as a face it may be over.
Well, yeah. You cried in the ring.
No.
The fans turned on you.
Not just that, but his huge antics at the bar now.
Oh yeah.
So like that whole thing. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen in next week's episode. But I'm looking forward to it.
Same here.
I like want to watch it as soon as these episodes air, but watch it here.
No. I like watching it for the first time and then talking about it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't watched it since.
Yeah. I don't even download it. I mean, sorry. I open up the Starz app, or is it Hulu? What is Starz on?
Starz is just Starz.
Okay. They're not part of like Hulu or
no. You can get it on Hulu. You can get it on Amazon, but Starz is Starz. It's
well, yeah, but
business.
Like, so yeah. Oh wow. I actually do have access to Hulu.
I think you get.
Or I've got it through Kevin though.
You got it through Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin's a good guy.
He's no Danny though.
No. Fuck Danny. Fuck the owl. Let's wrap up the show.
Yes. So Adam, before we get there, what's your rating for this week's episode?
I mean, it's what the audience should be giving us for this show. A thumbs up.
Wow. Shameless plug.
It's a good one.
Okay, but no, seriously. Out of 5 stars.
4?
Yeah, I was thinking of 4. When you have a pilot episode like it was
oh yeah, no. That was purely about the action.
And you have more time to write that episode. Again, we don't know if this was a pilot or not based system and how they got here. I'm assuming it was. I think it was. Based on this episode, I get the feeling that they did a pilot. Starz liked it. They picked it up. But you don't get that. You don't get the typical pilot second episode where it's a lot of rehashing what happened. That's a lot more on network TV too.
Oh yeah, or you get the pilot, and then the second episode feels completely different because it's 7 months later.
Or they made changes. They didn't make. They'll go back to change in the pilot.
Yeah. Completely new characters, and you're like, wait, what happened to Danny? And they're like, fuck Danny, okay? Danny became an owl. Fuck the owl.
So, but yeah,
it's still in the rafters though.
I agree with. I think about 4 for this one. It was a good episode. What we need to fall out and everything, but there could have been some more. I do want a little more. Time with Jack's wife.
Okay.
To see how she deals with her side. We got a little bit of it.
Oh yeah,
we definitely did. But I want to see how
we'll get more and more of it
to the family and
her
role in the wrestling element as well. Because I love her character. And I love to see how I want to see some scenes with her and Crystal.
Yes.
And
I want to find out that, Jack's wife actually had been training for years.
Yeah.
And that her and Crystal put on the first all-female match in DWL.
Yes. But yeah. Okay, so other than that, you have our message. CM Punk, he's back. Oh, wait, hold on, Adam. Wait, what's this?
What's that?
I've just got an official memo put out by CEO and executive producer of AEW, Tony Khan.
Yeah.
About CM Punk. It's from CM Punk through him, Tony, about being back, about his return to pro wrestling.
Yes.
It says, "I'm back."
Okay.
That is an exact memo they put out, CM Punk put out through AEW, I'm back.
All right.
Awesome.
I mean, yes, you are back.
So
welcome back.
You heard our response to him
Yes.
being back. You heard our review of episode 2 of Starz Heels.
Yep.
So if you made it this far, hit that thumbs up. You're clearly liking what we're talking about, and we're gonna be reviewing all 8 episodes of Heels.
Yes,
we'll
we
be
are.
doing. We'll probably do a separate episode next week for our predictions.
Yes.
For All Out, and
Might
then,
be a quick episode, but whatever.
yeah, we'll probably do it really quickly once we have the full card. I'm assuming it's a week from next Saturday.
Yes.
It's the 5th of September, whenever that is. So maybe 2 weeks. No, is it next week?
No, it's next week.
Okay, just want to make sure. So we'll do that next week, and then it looks like our time frame for Paw Wrestling to make its
Prime
debut.
Alpha Wrestling.
Yes, to make its debut on this show is going to be mid-September,
Mid-October.
Mid-October.
Yeah.
2 episodes or 6 episodes less. How many weeks in September?
4.
So yeah, mid-October. We'll be getting about mid-October. We'll be making that debut. Once Heels wraps up, we'll be going right into it. This will give us some time if we want to pre-record a few episodes.
Yes. The day before exact mid-October.
Oh, nice.
That's when we'll be recording. It'll be going up sometime after that.
No, we'll probably. I wanted to debut that time.
Okay.
So we'll figure. Once we get everything set up, we'll start recording some stuff. But.
Yes.
But anyway, you give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding. Ding.
And make sure to turn on notifications so you know when as the buckle turns.
And also, all the cool kids are doing it.
Yes.
No peer pressure. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
So you
do
can
it,
watch
do it.
other stuff on Zop Gaming, except Nua. Fuck Nua. It sucks.
It's the greatest show on the channel.
It's terrible. It's horrible. It's garbage. It's literally those dead squirrels that Jack Spade's wife shot and put in the garbage. That's where Nua belongs. Like your face and your dick and your balls.
What the?
Bye!
What the fuck?